Hey guys, Dan with Original Goat here. I'm going to go over a few things from your standard liner G10 or gravity scales AD20 to the tie models we have, to the stock bearings, and showing you how to do skiff bearings with our spacers and hardened washers and skiff bearings. So we'll break this down real quick. Stock bearings out, pull the pins out. All right, liners. Old scales are off. We get our new titanium, the G1s. I'm gonna put these in here. First thing I do is I'll put these studs in first. Those in there, stud through, make sure the D is correct. All right, got that in there. Spacers in, pins will go in next. Should slide right in. Okay, for your normal setup with the stock bearings, you're gonna use a hardened washer that we supply, which is in this bag, this hardened washer, okay? And you're gonna put your stock bearing in, you're gonna put your blade on, you're gonna put your other bearing in, and you're gonna put your other hardened washer in, okay? Once you get that in, we can put the lock bar in, put our spring in. Be careful not to lose the spring. They like to travel at their own will. Okay, now that we got all that in, come back here, put the other scale right on. Boom, drops right on. I like to hold the button for the lock. Everything pops right on through. It's in nicely. So we're gonna attach this. When I put these knives together, I screw all this together, but not tight. I like to put everything together a little snug and then check everything out before I tighten everything up. Good. Tighten that up. Right here. Tighten these up. Tighten the other side up. Good. Blade centered. Everything looks good. The blade wobble. It's locked. Everything's working. Nice. Okay. So there's your stock bearing. Everything's set up, put it right together, no issues, so you can see. Now we're gonna throw the skiff bearings in with the extra spacer washer. So I'm gonna take this apart real quick again. Careful of that spring. Okay, look at that, it stayed in there. Okay, so I'm gonna keep all this stuff in here. Slide this blade out. Okay, there's the stock washer or bearing, and hardened washer. There's the other stock bearing. Just so you see. Okay, there's our other hardened washer. Okay. So now I got the hardened washer. So what we're going to do is these skiff spacers, as you can see, these are smaller in diameter and they're thinner. They're 15 thousandths thick. These will go on first. Okay. You're going to put that one on first. Then you're going to put your hardened washer on. Okay, because you always want that against the bearing. Okay. And then we've got our skiff bearings here, right here. This is the skiff package that everybody's running. So you can see the size and everything. Okay. Skiff bearing will go in against the hardened washer. Okay. Put your blade in. Okay. I got the spring still in so you can see I just put it, you can pop the spring out, work with it easier. I've been doing this a lot. Okay, the blade, skiff bearing goes in first, then the hardened washer against the bearing, and then the spacer for the skiff bearing. It's going to go on top of the hardened washer against the scale. Okay, so now that we have everything in here and all this is taken care of, we're going to put our scale right on top here. Like I said, I just pull this back a little bit and boom, snaps right through. It's all in. We're good. Let's set this down. Put our pivot stud in. Like I said, I only snug it up a little bit. I like to put all these in first. Okay, everything's snug. Alright, I'm going to double check all this. That's nice. Alright. Blade still straight. Everything looks good all the way around. No problem. Action works good. Alright. And then as you can see, the spacing is still centered. The blade gap still looks good through here. Everything is dead straight. Blade works no problem. And that's how you do it. Thank you.